Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today, we're counting down our picks for the most dynamic and interesting bands from the alternative sides of heavy metal. Number 10. Korn.
You don't know the chances. What if I should die?
It can be difficult to pin down exactly which band was at the forefront of the nu metal movement that emerged during the 90s and thrived during the early 2000s. One thing's certain, however, Korn remains one of that genre's biggest names and most notable success stories. This California group balanced a thick, low-end musical groove with the vocals of Jonathan Davis, which could vacillate between emotional crooning and death metal growls. Meanwhile, Korn's visual aesthetic spoke to Generation X's near-constant need for edginess, while also retaining their substance as an alternative metal act with something to say, and the talents to back it up. Number 9. Slipknot.
I felt the air rise up in me, kneel down and clear the stone of this.
The art of bringing together shocking visual elements to a rock band is nothing new, but Des Moines, Iowa's Slipknot certainly upped the proverbial ante when their debut album dropped back in 1999.
Get out of my ear, 'cause I don't need this. Why did not say this? But I'm a big show, man, you can't die.
The nu metal movement was already in full swing during this point, yet Slipknot dared to get heavier and darker than even their most capable forebears. The group's masked image didn't feel disingenuous in the slightest, and this sincerity spoke to their growing legions of fans. Even members of the extreme metal underground could often find something to praise within Slipknot's work, which only became more uncompromising as their alt-metal star began to rise. Number 8. Helmet.
Your contribution left unnoticed, son.
There was a punchy physicality to the riffing of NYC's Helmet that felt fresh and invigorating during the group's early 90s heyday. Bands as diverse as Snapcase and Papa Roach seemed to jump on Helmet's crunchy, uncategorizably metallic sound.
I don't shoot you, so give it a smile. If I can hold your feet down.
Was it punk, hardcore, heavy rock and roll? The correct answer was, of course, yes, on all of these fronts. The major label world would soon come calling for Helmet as well, meaning that LPs such as Betty and Meantime were exposed to more youthful ears than ever before in the band's career. All of the flowers deserved to be laid at the feet of Page Hamilton, whose guitar style felt leagues away from anything else going on around this time. Number 7. Primus.
My name is Mud. Not to be confused with the captivated bears. My name is Mud.
The musical roots of Primus actually dwell within the underground thrash and death metal scenes of the 1980s. Bassist Les Claypool kicked around with Bay Area band Blind Illusion, while guitarist Larry Lalonde was part of the incredibly influential Possessed around the same time.
To open their eyes, the world's blind. The future will cry.
These old-school influences were largely eschewed when fast-forwarding to the Primus era, however, since Claypool and Lalonde's new band was a far funkier, more progressive, and out-there affair. Sure, Primus has always embraced some heaviness on classic tunes like Jerry Was a Race Car Driver, but most commercial alt fans are probably more aware of their music video weirdness, a la Winona's Big Brown Beaver. To us, however, it's all great.
Well, Mama took her big brown beaver and she stuck him up in the air. Said I sure do love this big brown beaver and I wish I did have a pair.
Number 6. White Zombie.
Gripping the wheel, his knuckles went white with desire.
It's really interesting to navigate just how far the conceptual ideas for White Zombie grew as this New York City-based band achieved their mainstream success. Early efforts from the group were harsh, noisy, and uncompromising affairs. Although glimpses of their strangeness still felt clearly evident. It took until albums number 3 and 4 for major label stardom to come calling. And it was here where White Zombie's B-movie would grab on to the imaginations of fans.
I am the jigsaw man. I took it with the rhyme with a skeleton hands there. I am electric head. I can never call television said yeah.
La Sexorcisto, Devil Music Volume 1, and Astro Creep 2000 were chock full of heavy riffs, thunderous bass, and strange movie samples. This was heavy metal for a new generation, and it doesn't sound like hyperbole to state that White Zombie truly seemed to hit onto something special. Number 5. Rage Against the Machine. It was probably the varied influences within LA's Rage Against the Machine that enabled this rap rock group to escape the cliched and hackneyed potholes that often served as stumbling blocks for lesser acts from this genre. Fiery and political punk rock fury fueled their lyrics, while guitarist Tom Morello utilized a percussive approach to his guitar that practically felt futuristic back in the early 90s. Elsewhere, Zach De La Rocha's rapping and screaming approach to his vocals felt explosive, spouting off messages amidst Rage Against the Machine's relentless, heavy groove. It all came together in a way that helped make Rage's rock music feel just a bit more than escapist entertainment.
Are the same that burn crosses. So are those that work forces. Are the same that burn crosses.
Number 4. Tool.
There's a shadow just behind me, shrouding every step I take.
One needs only to look at the fanatical devotion afforded to this group to know just how much Los Angeles' Tool has meant to so many over the years. The heaviness of Tool isn't so much created from guitar pyrotechnics or vocal caterwauling as it is a slow-building lurch of a groove.
I will chew it up and leave. Trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me.
Smoldering percussive moves that always feel like they're building up to something. Serpentine bass lines that wind their way through walls of guitar and Maynard James Keenan's uniquely idiosyncratic vocals. The word groove doesn't even feel properly in place here, since fans would likely compare the musical works of Tool more like some kind of obelisk, an ancient thing that holds secrets for those willing to dive into the band's deep and dark discography. Number 3. System of a Down.
Life is a waterfall. We're one in the river and one again after the fall.
It's refreshing now and then to come across a band that simply defies categorization. System of a Down have incorporated seemingly every bit of musical knowledge they have into a sound that loves jumping from one sonic palette into another. If there was one anchoring aspect of the band, it's probably the vocal interplay between Serge Tankian and Darren Malakian.
Yo, what are you on the wall? How do you on this disorder?
With the former's strong, soaring melodies being juxtaposed against Malakian's frenzied screaming. Elements of black metal even rear their ferocious heads, as System of a Down blends in the folk influences from their native Armenia into a sound that's gloriously strange and unique.
Why do they always send the bar? Why do they always send the bar? Why do they always send the bar?
Number 2. Deftones. Fans can often be devoted to certain musical eras from their favorite bands. The Deftones' early work was one that felt heavier, a new metal alternative to the grunge sound of the mid-90s. Time saw this California group becoming more experimental, however, utilizing elements from the trip-hop and shoegaze genres to draw upon a sound that felt smoother, some might even say sexual, in nature. Meanwhile, the vocals of Chino Moreno have always felt like a defining factor for the Deftones, a cult of personality that's enabled the group to stay relevant over the course of their decades-long career. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Fear Factory. Death metal origins belie an industrial future. Living Color. Not just a cult of personality. Jane's Addiction. Odd, strange, and impossible to categorize. Alice in Chains. Godfathers of moody grunge. Prong. Heavy, groovy modern metal.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Faith No More. Fans can either celebrate or demonize Faith No More for essentially being one of the progenitors of rap rock. This can definitely be seen within their early work with vocalist Chuck Mosley, although the band never stayed in one place creatively for very long. Subsequent LPs like The Real Thing saw Faith No More's career with ex-Mr. Bungle singer Mike Patton actually achieve mainstream success with singles like Epic. Future creative pivots felt inevitable, however, as Faith No More became further distanced from rap metal and became far more experimental in nature. Through it all, they cultivated a rabid fan following that always anticipated what they were going to do next. What to you defines an alternative metal band? Let us know your classifications in the comments.